something um yellow color.
Yellow
Yellow.
color.
Whatever.
Get this.
Putih ini yellow. Yellow kayaknya.
Mana yellow? Don't you think green becomes yellow? Okay, good. Next, let's invite Helen. Helen Amanda, could you please go on?
Sir, saya
Yes,
buka.
Siapa Rina? Oke, Rina Den.
Helen saja, Sir. Helen saja.
Oke, Helen.
Kamu Rina,
Helen and then Rina. Helen first and then go Rina.
How to say that? Like, could you please
Find something
wait?
like
Could you please find something orange?
orange. I got orange with me.
Orange color.
What about the others, guys? Okay, good. Nurjaya found orange. Cece, is that sarung? Is that your mom's sarung?
Yes, sarung, sir.
Are you taking your mom's sarung? How? What did you take, Nur Cahaya? What is that?
okay, sir. Okay.
The last one. Say something.
Can you find in your around something the color gray?
Gray?
Gray.
Oh,
I love office gray.
I got my maroon gray. Maroon gray. What is that, Rina? What are you holding? It's like somai.
This is yes, sir. So my sir.
Is there any
Gray
green in
color.
somai? I don't think there is green on somai.
Green or gray, sir?
I heard green, right? Or was it gray?
Gray, sir.
Oh. Anyway, is it somai gray? I thought it's
Gray,
brown.
sir.
Oh, good then. Okay, anyway, thank you very much, Pushadi. Okay,
Yes,
now.
sir.
Okay,
My is gray.
great. Okay, thank you very
But
much.
this there is
Oh, connection. Okay, can you listen? Can you hear me all, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then, okay, let's move. Okay, so for the first, let's say 10 minutes, I want you to think of, I did send this question as well to Rina, like this afternoon, and I want you to think the first question. So did you get all the questions that I sent to Rina?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then, and then I want you to think this first question. So if you do remember my lesson last time, so last week's lesson, I did explain to you about how social interaction is very related to your environment, like the way you speak, the way you learn the language, the way you produce the language. Now, think about this question, and I will pinpoint you. Saya nanti akan tunjuk ya, and just speak what's on your mind, no matter it's right or wrong. Doesn't matter, as long as you can think. Okay. Now I want, where is Risma? Risma, are you listening? Hello, Risma. Can you hear me? Risma? I don't think that. Muhammad Taharuddin, are you there? Hello?
Yes.
Okay. Could you please say something to this question?
Yeah, sir. Yes, I'm
Bad connection.
Can I start?
Yes, please.
Kayaknya.
Please go ahead.
Okay, the question is as a
A bad connection. I couldn't hear you. Can everyone hear Taharuddin? Or it was the only me? Was it the only me who couldn't hear him? A bad connection.
sir, connection.
Yeah, your
Yes.
connection is unstable. That's fine. Let's check Cece Kirani. Hey Cece, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please, what's your talk on question number 1?
So maybe I can answer first.
Okay, yeah, you can go. Yeah, as long as your connection is good, just go ahead. Yeah.
What?
How organization. My says first time when I stay in Towari, it's Kolaka. Time
Okay, then.
after that continue. I asked what they
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate your answer, even though I couldn't hear clearly, but that is fine. Let's move on to the second question. Did you all see the second question? Now I will give time for Sarna. Sarna, are you here? Can you hear me clearly? Hello, Sarna, are you there? Desi, where's Desi? Hi, guys. Yeah, we have Asti then, Asti Ramadhani. Would you please respond to question number 2?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please go. Question number 2, please. What's your talk on that?
For the question number 2, How do individuals from diverse backgrounds adapt their language use in different social contexts? And my answers are individuals from various backgrounds adapt their language use in different social contexts. For example, we tend to adjust our speaking style, intonation, and word choice based on who we are talking to in what situation, whether we are talking to friends, family, or strangers. That's it, sir.
Okay, good. Very good. Thumbs up. Appreciate it. That was excellent. Next question. Thank you very much, Asti. Let's check how Ayu Almira. Let's check what Ayu Almira thinks about this one. Ayu, can you hear me? Am I audible? Ayu? Oh, no response. Nur Afia then. Nur Afia Harira.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead with question number 3, please. What do you think question number
So
3?
the question is from our own experiences with regard to how to with current environment. One for example, contohnya di lingkungan kita saja ini di kampus. Contohnya ketika
Yeah, keep going. Yeah, keep going. Ayu?
hold on, sir.
Sorry, I think I was frozen. Yeah, that's one. The third question. Yeah. Can you see? Nur Afia?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What do you think question number 3? Or you did answer already?
Actually, I already explained it before, sir, but maybe
Yeah, my connection is bad. That's fine. That's fine then. Thank you very much. So thank you very much. Anyway,
can I repeat, sir?
so if you don't mind, please go ahead, please.
Okay. So the question number 3 is based on our experiences, especially me. Contohnya, misalnya ketika kita sebagai mahasiswa yang sering berkomunikasi dengan teman-teman ataupun dosen, tentunya dia memiliki konteks yang berbeda. Ketika kita berkomunikasi dengan dosen, tentunya kita menggunakan bahasa yang lebih terstruktur, kemudian nada bicara yang lebih sopan, dan juga dengan menggunakan bahasa-bahasa yang formal. Tapi ketika kita berbicara dengan teman sebaya, tentunya itu kita menggunakan bahasa-bahasa yang lebih santai dan tidak formal, karena biasanya di kampus saya kita sering biasanya diharuskan untuk berbicara bahasa Inggris dan menulis dalam bahasa Inggris yang lebih akademis. Kemudian terutama saat melakukan presentasi atau diskusi kelompok. Namun ketika berada di rumah, pasti ketika kita lihat dari konteks lingkungan di rumah, pasti konteks atau cara berbicara kita pun berbeda di lingkungan akademis atau di pendidikan. Maybe that's all from me, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That is excellent. Thumbs up. Okay, so to conclude this, just want you to wrap up to remind you last week's lesson that in social linguistics, all people believe that whom do you speak with, dengan siapa Anda bicara, kemudian in which context are you speaking, di konteks apa itu, it does influence the way you speak. Itu berpengaruh terhadap bagaimana Anda berbicara. So as you listen from Nur Afia, she clearly told us that someone speaking at the university level, for example, you are speaking with your lecturers, with your fellow classmate in the classroom, of course, the way you speak is different from the way you speak when you are talking to your brother or to your sister or to your other family members at home, right? So that proof itu yang membuktikan bahwa whom you speak with, dengan siapa Anda bicara, and then in which context are you speaking, di konteks apa bicara, and etc. in which environment, di lingkungan apa, it encourage the way you speak. Itu berpengaruh terhadap cara bicara. Okay, is that clear? Jelas ya? Good. If there is
Yes,
question, if there's a question along the way, just raise your hand. I'm happy to answer if I could. Now let's move on. So in relation to that openers, terkait dengan yang tadi yang saya sampaikan, now we are moving to talk about high and low prestige varieties. Pernah dengar kata high and low prestige varieties? Did anyone ever heard about this one before? Okay, if no one, okay. So high and low prestige is defined something related to sociolog. Sociolog means, for instance, if you are talking to, let's say, to your father or to your mother, kalau Anda bicara dengan bapak atau mamanya, is that your intonation low or high? What do you think?
low,
Low, exactly. Why? Why do you speak low when
Low.
you are speaking to your mother or to your father, to your mommy or to your daddy?
Uh,
menghargai.
Yeah, the first,
politely.
okay, to respect, to be polite. What other things? So good response to be, because you respect your mother, you respect your father, because you are willing to be polite speaking with them. Kan Anda ingin sopan. Any other things?
Afraid.
Sorry?
Afraid.
Okay, because you are afraid of them. Anda takut sama mereka kan? Okay, that's reasonable. Itu masuk akal. And now think about the others, the opposite way. Coba pikir yang lain. So, for example, if you are talking to your little brother or little sister, would you use high or low prestige? If you are talking or speaking to your little brother or younger sister or younger brother, would you speak high or low prestige?
Sometimes high and sometimes low.
Sometimes high, sometimes
Okay, but what? Okay, good. But what are the most cases? What are the most cases? High or low context?
high.
High.
Okay, why high
High.
then? Why high then? My next question, why high then? Why not low?
To make him or her respect, sir.
Okay, good point. Thank you very much. So let me be clear with you guys. So, for example, I am speaking to you, probably I will use high, because in social hierarchy, first, I am older than you. Saya lebih tua dari kalian. Second one, I am your lecturer. The same thing you do when you are talking, for example, to your brother, little brother or younger sisters. You probably gonna use high level because the first, you are older than them. Kamu lebih tua dari mereka. Yang kedua adalah secara sosial hierarki, kalian lebih hierarkinya lebih tinggi dibanding adiknya. So that's what I mean. So another thing, if you could see an example from your environment, kalau misalkan tetangga kalian ketemu dengan sesama yang sebaya secara sosial, pasti cara bicaranya levelnya akan sama, right? Is that right? Okay, but then
Yes, sir.
tapi kemudian lihat kalau misalkan ada orang yang secara sosial dia bicara let's say to a king, kepada seorang pemerintah, dosen ke rektornya, kemudian mahasiswa ke dosen pembimbingnya, pasti pola bicaranya akan berbeda ketika dia cerita dengan sesama temannya, karena itulah yang disebut dengan high and low prestige, ya. So, and that's happening in our social interaction. Itu faktanya yang terjadi di lingkungan sosial kita di dalam bermasyarakat. Okay? Good then. So if you see the definition, prestige is associated with the language or sociolect of the upper classes. Jadi prestige itu diasosiasikan dengan upper classes, kelas yang ke atas ya. Jadi yang secara sosialnya tinggi. Sementara prestige yang low itu diasosiasikan dengan language or sociolect of the lower classes. Sementara yang low context itu diasosiasikan dengan orang-orang yang lingkungan komunitasnya berada di lower class. Paham ya? Jadi bear in mind,
Yes, sir.
misalkan ada soal ke depan kita ada diskusi, kalau saya tanya apa bedanya high prestige context and low prestige context, I hope you do understand the difference between the two ya. Mudah-mudahan bisa dipahami bahwa high itu berhubungan dengan upper classes, sementara low context berhubungan lower classes. And when these two people from different classes, ketika dua orang ini dari dua kelas yang berbeda are talking, maka low classes itu akan biasanya akan menggunakan kata kalimat yang lebih rendah, lebih tidak tertata dengan baik dibanding yang upper classes, begitupun sebaliknya. Oke, paham ya? But again, that is not always the case. Tidak semuanya kasusnya begitu. I mean, I wouldn't say that's 100% the case. Jadi bukan semuanya begitu. We could also see, kadang juga kita lihat orang yang secara sosial rendah, tapi the way they speak is so wonderful. Cara mereka bicara lebih bagus dibanding yang upper classes. Okay? Good then. Let's move on. So moving on, talk about social network. So it's very important for you guys to bear in mind, sangat penting untuk kalian untuk mengingat bahwa dalam network sosial atau jaringan sosial itu adalah another way of describing a particular speech community in terms of relation among its. Jadi hubungan sosial itu kan berhubungan dan bagaimana satu komunitas ke komunitas lainnya, ya. Jadi misalkan kamu komunitasmu di kampus, let's say for example you got many student communities across the university. Kalian punya berapa komunitas di sekolah, di kampus USN, satu komunitas ke komunitas lainnya itu disebut dengan social network. Oke ya. Even within your classroom, bahkan di dalam kelasnya pun sendiri, I believe you have some certain groups. Kalian punya kelompok-kelompok tertentu. This is my gang, this is your gang, this is your hanging out friends, right? Ini teman saya hanging out dan seterusnya. So that's what we call social network. Good then. Okay, any question up to this?
Nothing, sir.
Okay, good. Now let's move on. Individual member. So we have in social linguistics, we know tight community, and we also know looser community. Could you please, can anyone make a difference? What is tight community and what looser community is? So if you see the definition, tight community, meaning all members of one group interacting with each other. For example, let's say in your class, there are 10 students. Yeah, listen to me carefully, guys. So in your class, there are 10 students. Di kelas kalian ada 10 mahasiswa. And when these all 10 students are interacting with each other friendly, interactively, maka itulah disebut dengan tight community. Jadi tight community adalah komunitas di mana membernya itu aktif berkomunikasi satu sama lain. Oke ya? That's called tight community. In opposite, sebaliknya, looser community is little interaction, very low level of interaction among the members of that community. So let's say, for example, in your class, you have 10 classmates, or there are 10 students in your class. But then among the 10, only like 2 people are interacting with each other. Hanya 2 yang berinteraksi. While the rest, sementara yang lain just keep silent, diam saja. That's we call loser community. Paham ya? Okay, good.
Yes.
Thanks, guys. Let's move. Now let's talk about external and internal language. What comes on your mind if I say external and internal language? Kira-kira menurut kalian apa maksudnya itu external and internal language? I want you to brainstorm. Saya mau kalian brainstorming ideas dulu. You are free ya, kalau ada yang mau bawa minuman sambil makan, that's fine. Just take it easy. Bikin kopi, bikin susu, bikin apa, anything. You are free. Okay, what do you think, guys?
Sir,
Yeah.
I wanna try to
Yes,
answer external and internal language. I think internal language it seem like our thing atau lebih ke pemikiran. Kemudian kalau eksternal dia lebih kepada apa namanya pengucapan atau apa namanya nih? Or apa? What the like
Yeah, good point. Thanks. Nice try. Appreciate it. What about the others, guys? Any other talk? Any other idea, please? Rayhan, do you want to speak something? I mentioned Rayhan and suddenly he just disappeared.
Sorry, sir, bad network connection.
Okay, that's fine. But you still can hear me clearly, right?
Yes, but
Okay.
there's a little delay.
Okay, so what do you think about external and internal language? What comes on your mind?
Immediately, I think about first and second language.
Okay, first and second language. So did you mean internal language is your first language?
I don't know. My other thought is internal language is like your thoughts, and external is what you like say to other people. Internal is like your thoughts, I guess, when you're
Okay.
thinking.
Okay, external is your talk. Okay, let's see. Any other opinion? Okay, let's see then. So if you see here, external language means all that happens among people in social context. Yeah. So external, again, external, it comes from outside. So all communication happening among people in social context. For example, if you're talking to your friends, that means external language because it happens between you and your friends. I'm speaking to my colleagues, saya cerita dengan kolega saya dosen misalkan, that's called external language because that happens when I'm communicating or when I'm speaking with him or her. While internal language, sementara internal language adalah all which happens inside our minds. So is that clear to you? So internal language, so the word exists on your mind. It's not spoken yet, belum diutarakan. It's just hanging around here. It's just hanging around. Cuma di sini saja. Misalkan you want to say, oh, I really want to eat bakso tonight. I really want to eat, let's say, mie pangsit tonight or other things. But just those things, those kind of things only exist on your mind. You are not speaking that one yet. Belum Anda ucapkan, maka that's called internal language. Paham ya? But once you speak that one out to somebody else, ketika Anda utarakan kepada orang lain, that's called external language. You communicate, you externalize, you kick out those words from your minds into an interaction. That's called external language. Paham ya?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Any
sir.
question? Do I make it clear for you?
No. Yes, sir.
Okay, good then. Let's move on then.
Sir,
Yeah, please.
sorry sir, masih belum ngerti sedikit. Jadi sir, kalau untuk external language itu ketika kita berbicara dengan orang lain,
Yes.
tapi kalau yang internal language it's from our mind.
Yeah, so it only exists on your mind, just hanging around. So you have something to say, but only thinking. You are not speaking those words out. Kita belum keluarkan kata-kata itu. But when those words are spoken out, ketika kata-kata itu diungkapkan, and that's called external language.
Yes sir, thank you.
Am I clear?
Yes sir, clear.
Thank you very much, guys. Now to discuss. So I want let's go this one. Hang on. So you guys will be assigned into some breakout rooms. Ya, akan saya bawa ke breakout room. And I want you to discuss this. Ya, do you think language can change? If it can, in what ways? Ya, dalam hal apa? Mengapa? Do you understand the question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I want you to discuss this point, this question within your group mates, and I will go around to check your discussion. Maybe like 5 to 10 minutes. Is that okay? Okay, then. Please join the breakout room. Okay, guys, so please think about that question and discuss the question within your breakout room mates. I will be hanging around to check you one by one. Thanks. Is your discussion happening, Sarna and Tarudin? Hello?
Oh,
Are you still discussing, guys?
Yes, yes, sir.
yes, sir.
Keep going.
Okay.
Can you, sir? How about
How about what?
oh,
Are you discussing?
we didn't have connection. Wait, delay.
Okay. Okay, just keep going, yeah, keep going. I will go around.
Yes, sir. Empat. Empat.
Tarudin, where is your roommate?
Sorry, sir. I don't know. Uh, I know I'm in Sambilang, sir, but I don't know why in this room.
Yeah, hang on. Hey guys, are you guys all discussing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, keep going, yeah. We're gonna come back with in 3 minutes.
Okay.
Make sure we discuss. Is the discussion happening here with this group?
Yes, sir.
Okay, keep going then. Okay, is everyone back? The connection is so unstable. Okay, can you all hear me? Bisa dengar saya ya? Now, anyone from group 1, could you please say something about this? Who was on the group 1? The connection is so unstable. Okay, what about group 2? Group 2? Group 3, please. Yeah, go ahead, group 3.
Maybe
Uh,
my partner, Vera.
yeah. I'm so sorry before. I can turn on the camera because my connection is so unstable. Every time I turn it on, I suddenly come out from the meeting.
That's fine. That's fine. That's tolerable. Keep going. That's fine.
So, our opinion about language change is like every time there's always a social change to do the social interaction, and then in every language there is always dialect and variation that means that explain about the background of geographies or geographies. And then there's also linguistic innovations or like the creation of the new phrase or new, it's like slang like that. For additional explanation, let's move to my friend Afia.
Yeah, Asia, could you please continue? If you have some more addition?
Okay, my addition. So, do you think language can change? We think yes, language can and does change over time. Uh, this happen in various ways, including like vocabulary expansion, and then pronunciation or grammar evaluation, and then technology influence, and the last is about social factors, and it can be various ways that language can change.
Okay. Good point.
Maybe that's
Excellent.
answer. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you very much. What about group 4?
Yes, we are here,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah, keep going, Marwa.
From our opinion about do you think language can change? We think that language, for the name of the language, it cannot change, but language can change from from the other ways, like maybe for the situation or depends on the person itself. For example, maybe for the situation first, I remember when we learn about discourse analyze, I remember the how to say it, peorasi, peorasi. It is like penurunan makna sebuah kata. For example, maybe for the word of dog, but for now, dog has penurunan kata. It's called peorasi dan maknanya bisa berubah.
Okay.
And then for the depends on the person, like maybe it is connect with the linguistic when someone tell about the language, the different language, it is called mixing or switching code.
Okay. That's it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank
Maybe
you very much,
my
group 4.
turn.
Any addition from your group mates? Ada tambahan nggak dari teman kelompoknya? Raihan, do you want to say something? I couldn't hear you clearly, Raihan. Sorry. Okay, then thank you very much for the discussion, guys. So, yes, I totally agree with you all that language evolves. Evolves meaning berkembang ya. Jadi generation to the other generation, there could be some changes in between. Jadi pasti ada changes pergantian antara satu generasi ke generasi lainnya. I remember 10 years ago when I was at school, ketika saya di sekolah, some other, let's say, tabu words, beberapa kata-kata tabu at the time was so tabu sekali. But now, as you can see on TV, on social media, on Instagram, on Facebook, the one who used to be tabu, dulu yang kata-kata itu tabu, but now it becomes pretty normal. Sekarang normal, ya kan? Let me give you one example. Sorry to say this. Dulu like 10 years ago when somebody say anjing, sorry ya, somebody say anjing, that was really impolite. That was totally impolite. Dulu impolite. But now let's see if someone say anjing or an etc., it becomes pretty normal. Sesuatu yang dianggap sudah normal, padahal dulu itu kata tabu. So that means that language evolves. Jadi bahasa itu berubah. And we don't know what's gonna happen in the future. Kita tidak akan tahu bahasa apa lagi yang berubah di masa-masa yang akan datang. Tapi the point I was going to tell you bahwa bahasa itu pasti akan berubah dan cara berubahnya adalah dari lingkungan, kemudian dari pengaruh globalisasi and many other things. Okay, is that clear, everyone, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Any question, any comment, any remarks about this? If not, let's move. Okay, so if you see here, language change is a phenomenon studied both by historical linguists and social linguistics. Jadi perubahan bahasa itu adalah fenomena yang sangat lumrah dan itu kajiannya di historical linguist dan social linguistic. Jadi social linguistic, please have in mind, diingat ya, jadi social linguistic adalah salah satu disiplin ilmu who is focusing on, yang fokus terhadap mempelajari bagaimana language change, perubahan bahasa di lingkungan kita. Ya, hang on. Hold on. Okay, the other one. So historical linguist, kalau historical linguist itu umumnya mempelajari change of language over the time. Bagaimana perubahan bahasa itu over time tiap waktu. Jadi language change and historical linguist itu sebenarnya hal-hal yang mirip, but not exactly the same. Bukan persis sama ya. Kalau yang mempelajari bagaimana bahasa itu changing over time, berubah dari waktu ke waktu, that's called historical linguist. Itu namanya historical linguist. Tapi kalau mempelajari bagaimana pola bahasa itu berubah, and that's called language change. Dan itu dipelajari di social linguistics. Okay, so if there is a question that I'm giving you in the future time, what is the difference between historical linguists and the era of social linguistics? That's the point. Poinnya itu, jawabannya itu. Okay, ya? Good. Next. So, another thing, social linguistic itu mempelajari the origins or the causes of language changes and explain how society and changes speech community influence language and generate social life. Jadi, singkatnya social linguist itu atau orang yang mempelajari social linguistik, dia mempelajari bagaimana bahasa itu sumbernya dari mana dan apa yang menyebabkan bahasa itu berubah yang berkaitan dengan masyarakat dan perubahan-perubahan yang ada dalam masyarakat itu. Dan perubahan yang ada dalam masyarakat itu yang disebut dengan sosiolek. Jadi ingat ya, sosiolek itu perubahan bahasa yang terjadi di dalam masyarakat yang biasanya berkaitan dengan dialek. Contoh, in one community, dalam satu komunitas, let's say, this year, tahun ini, there are 5 speakers from this community. Ada 5 orang pembicara atau 5 orang anggota kelompok dari komunitas itu. And they come from the same background. Mereka datang dari background yang sama. So at that time, di waktu itu mungkin bahasanya still the same. Still the origin, masih bahasa asli. Ya, karena 5 orang ini masih berasal dari latar belakang yang sama. But then, the skenario-nya adalah, let's say in next 2 years, di 2 tahun kemudian, 2 other people came. Ada 2 orang yang datang from a totally different background, from totally different tribe, different language. Ada 2 orang datang dari 2 bahasa berbeda, etnis berbeda, kemudian bahasa berbeda. But then after they join that community, setelah mereka mengikuti komunitas itu, do you think that this community experience language change? So do you believe after these 2 people join that community, the first community, do you think that they gonna experience language change?
Yes.
Yes, it does. Pasti. Karena kenapa? Karena ada perubahan dari percampuran bahasa mereka yang kemudian itulah disebut dengan sosiolek. Ya, ingat ya. Jadi sosiolek itu adalah perubahan yang terjadi secara sosial yang disebabkan karena ada language changes, perubahan bahasa yang bisa jadi disebabkan karena percampuran dari speaker atau pembicara yang dari latar belakang yang berbeda. Oke? Next one. Probably the last one. Terakhir ya, takutnya ada yang di luar terus harus nge-zoom. Okay, the last one. I want you to see this example. Ini contoh yang konkret. Jadi Spanish spoken by an upper class in Madrid. Jadi bahasa Spanyol yang dibicarakan atau yang diungkapkan oleh kelompok upper class yang berada di Madrid dengan bahasa Spanyol yang dibicarakan oleh working class di Andalusia. Do you think their Spanish is different or the same? So these 2 communities are all speaking Spanish, right? Basically. Jadi 2 komunitas ini berbicara Spanish, bahasa Spanyol. But then the upper class community in Madrid dengan working class, lihat clue-nya, upper class and working class di Andalusia, itu apakah Spanish mereka sama atau berbeda besarannya? Aksennya, dialeknya, kosakatanya. What do you think?
Beda, sir.
Different.
Different. Why do you think that they are different?
Because upper class maybe more fluent
Good
than
point.
the
Excellent.
working class.
Working class. Okay. Did you still remember the first point that I told you that in working class, normally they are associated with low prestige. Karena biasanya working class atau low class itu, jadi kelas working class itu kelas-kelas pekerja ya. Jadi kelompok komunitas yang secara sosial, secara ekonomi middle town yang dari menengah ke bawah, itu mereka biasanya diasosiasikan dengan low prestige. Sementara upper class, like middle income family to high income family, biasanya diasosiasikan dengan prestige, high prestige. Makanya orang bahasa Spanyol yang di Madrid itu cara mereka berbicara berbeda dengan working class di Andalusia. Kenapa Andalusia? Andalusia itu adalah bekas jajahan Spanyol. Jadi banyak di sana orang Spanyol yang stay di Andalusia, tapi mereka adalah working class, kelas-kelas pekerja yang secara ekonomi berbeda dengan upper class yang ada di Madrid. Makanya bahasa mereka, sosiolog mereka, aksen mereka, that's Spanish, it's Spanish. But then the way they speak Spanish is different. Cara mereka berbicara bahasa Spanyol berbeda. Okay, is that clear to everyone? Okay, are you following
Yes.
me? Paham ya?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then. Do you have any question, guys? So if there is no question, kalau tidak ada pertanyaan, we couldn't make it too long. Jadi takutnya ada yang di luar nge-zoom atau cari apa. I have to come back. It's already 7 right there, right? It's already 10. Jam 10 kan di sana kan?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then. So do you have some question or comment or remark? Okay, then. Thank you very much. So just to wrap up, kesimpulan untuk mata kuliah online kita pada malam hari ini, we just talk about language change over time. Ingat bahwa bahasa itu berubah time by time. And also language is related to low prestige and high prestige. And that's what we call a sociolog. Jadi sosiolog itu bagaimana dialek dari sosial ke sosial berbeda tergantung kondisi dari komunitas itu. Oke ya. And think also and remember also the difference between social linguistic and historical linguist. Kalau historical linguist itu membahas tentang bagaimana bahasa changing over time. Bahasa itu berubah dari waktu ke waktu. Tapi kalau social linguistic bagaimana apa yang mempengaruhi bahasa itu berubah. Oke ya. So that's the concluding remark, itu kalimat conclusion untuk pembahasan kita malam hari ini. I think I will see you on Monday. Kalau tidak ada halangan, I will be flight back tomorrow. So and meaning I will see you on Monday. Kita akan ketemu hari Senin, insyaAllah offline. Just let me know please the class. Mudah-mudahan kelasnya ada yang bisa pakai LCD dan ber-AC ya. Jangan panas kayak minggu-minggu lalu. Let me know please ya. Okay, thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Have a good rest and enjoy your weekend.
Thank you,
Wise,
sir.
sir.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye. Have a good one,
Thank you,
guys.
sir.
Enjoy your
Safe
weekend.
flight, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Yeah.
Ini, sir.